Hi guys, good morning, welcome back to Green Pro Clean Limited. Today's video I want to have a quick chat about why I stick to certain suppliers. There's a few certain companies that I use, a few certain products that I use. These are the ones that I always stick to for no other reason than I'm about to explain. Yep, still stuck here in the sunny Philippines as of, where are we? Oh, March the 30th, so well over a year of lockdowns now. So yeah, just not funny anymore. But let's crack on with why I use certain suppliers. Now, some of you may recall from other videos, back in 2015, I was contracted to do the builder's clean on the New Street Station Grand Central in Birmingham. They'd just done this multi-billion pound refurb and they wanted us in there 7 days a week. 8-hour shifts, 4 guys per shift, 24 hours a day, literally. So we would have 4 guys on one 8-hour shift, 4 guys on the next one, 4 guys on the next one. So we were running 12 guys, 24 hours a day for a 6-week period on this job. I went down and looked at it. When I got the phone call, the guy was very vague. He said, "Oh yeah, come on down to Birmingham, mate." I said, no, I don't go to Birmingham. For the pure and simple reason, he's too far from Nottingham. So, not coming down there for a builder's clean. He convinced me to go and look at the job, promised me it'd be worth my while. When I went down there and looked at it, I was like, yeah, we can do that. I've never taken on any job like that before, but that was just, how I roll. I go and take a look at it and go, yeah, we can do it. And we could, so we did. But let's get down to suppliers. I called up, I didn't call up, I went online and I chose a certain company down on the south coast, whom shall remain nameless, and I ordered everything that we'd need. We couldn't use ladders on the premises because it was a network rail site as well, because the station runs below the mall. So basically we weren't allowed to use ladders. Everything had to be done by hand, by trad methods, using extension poles. So anyway, I ordered up a whole bunch of squeegees, applicators, tool belts, your pockets, basically everything you need for 12 guys to do this shifts, for 6 weeks. I ordered up everything that you'd need. Next day, because we were supposed to start 2 days later, next day my box arrives, because I chose overnight to make sure we had everything on time. And I open the box and there's less than half of the gear that I'd ordered inside. So I'm like, what the heck? So I pick up the phone and I phone up this young lady. Well, I say this young lady, I phoned the company. It was just a young lady who answered the phone. And I'm like, where's my stuff? And she turned around and goes, oh, sorry, it's all on back order. Like, what do you mean it's on back order? I placed this on your internet last night. It didn't say anything, it said check out. So I checked out, I ordered next day delivery. Half of it's not here. What do you mean back order? Oh, well, we don't update the computer system because if we update the inventory on it, that's a lot of work and this, that, the other, and well, it would take forever. So when we have this situation, we just put the item on back order and people are normally fine with it. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, no, I'm not fine with it. So then I called up another firm I know that I will name. This firm is called The Cleaning Warehouse. The Cleaning Warehouse in Willenhall, Wolverhampton. It's almost a tongue twister. The Cleaning Warehouse in Willenhall, Wolverhampton. And also, they're not that far from the Birmingham job, so that was handy. So I called them up, and good old Adam was like, yeah, no problem, we got all that, happy days. And that was it, everything in stock, job done, pure and simple. Now, the other company on the south coast sounds very similar to The Cleaning Warehouse, but it's not The Cleaning Warehouse, it's the other one. So the reason that I stick with Adam at The Cleaning Warehouse, Adam and Joe, shout out to you lads, is they've always got stuff in stock. If they don't, Adam will bend over for you and go and get it as soon as humanly possible. He has a knack for moving mountains when it comes down to that kind of stuff. They don't just stock window cleaning stuff, they've got all your janitorial supplies, carpet cleaning supplies. If it can be cleaned, pretty much they stock something to clean it. They've got a nice little showroom when it's open. I think it's on close at the moment because of the lockdown. I think it's only online, but defo worth checking out their website. You'll hear me quite often talk about using Ubix 2000 to do my cleaning work. That's where I buy it from. I'll pop a link to the Cleaning Warehouse in the description down below. So that's them. Poles. There's so many different makes and manufacturers of water-fed poles out there now, and I've tried a good few of them. I've tried X-Line. Many people know my feelings about them, so we won't go on about that. I've tried the Cleaning Warehouse. Once again, they have their own line, Water Genie. They've got some decent poles, but not my favourite. Sorry, Adam. When it comes to the poles, it's Gardiner's every time, pure and simple. Reason being is they are a bit more expensive. All my guys have SLX poles out there, and I also use an SLX for the longest time, but I suffer with an age-old injury in the elbow there, and RSI job. And what was happening for me was, as I was scrubbing the windows up the top, it was causing a lot of return energy down the pole, causing this hand to spasm, and I was dropping my tools all the time. This was happening several times a day, and to the point where I was in quite a bit of distress and worried that I was going to not be able to continue cleaning windows. And I was chatting with somebody at Gardiner's, I can't remember who, it wasn't Alex, it was somebody else there, one of the ladies, and they suggested I try the Extreme, the Gardiner's Extreme. It's a much stiffer pole. It's all to do with the carbon composites, yada yada yada, stuff I don't understand. But this was a £700 plus pole. I was like, what the hell? I ain't spending it. But I did. I rolled the dice, I spent that kind of money on the pole, bought it, and from day one, I never had a twitch in my arm at all. It worked absolutely flawlessly. It was a great pole, super light, good stiffness to it, and the RSI problem just went away. Along with that, I love Gardiner's brushes. I love the seal brushes. They're my favourite. That's pretty much all we use. But I've never had a problem with anything I've bought from Gardiner's. And when I do buy from Gardiner's, FedEx next day on your doorstep. So shout out to Alex and the crew at Gardiner's. And Gardiner's, once again, Alex is one of those, I don't know, techie nerds, is that the right term these days? Is that politically correct these days? He does his homework, he does his research on stuff before he, what's the word? Puts it on the market. That's it, brings it to market. So yeah, so that's why I use Gardiner's for all of our poles and our brushes. Now, let's talk about Jordan. All right, Jordan. Jordan at Corby, Waterworks down in Corby. My first dealings with Waterworks, I bought a bolt-on motorised unit that you would work with the Clover hose reels that you buy to turn it into a motorised hose, basically, a power-up hose. It's a bolt-on attachment. It was an adventure using this thing, but anyway, what happened was after a few months, the motor burnt out, blew, whatever motors do. I phoned up Jordan and I was a bit upset about this because I'd spent what to me at the time was a lot of money. We're going back a ways here on this item. And I said to him, I says, listen mate, I says, I don't know what to do. How much is it going to cost to replace that part? Yada, yada, yada. Next day, no charge, on my doorstep, there was a replacement unit. And I was like, now that's customer service for you. So as soon as I had the money, I ended up buying the power-up reels, the black metal ones you see in the back of the vans with the motors built in, etc, etc. Excuse me. Allergy season's kicking off. So I bought the black power-up reels from Jordan. And then one day on a job, the chain snapped on my power-up, and I was like, oh, sugar. And I was in, where was I? I was up in Chesterfield at the time. And I went around all the bike shops, all the other various tool shops, etc, trying to buy a replacement chain. None of them had a chain. They all had chains, but they had bike chains, motorbike chains, etc. And this was a much finer grade than that. So I called up Jordan again in distress, and he says, well, can you get down here? I go, well, yeah. So I spent an hour, sorry, some nutter going down the highway at high speed. So I spent an hour driving down there, and Jordan basically came outside with his little toolkit, stripped the whole reel down in seconds, replaced the chain, give it all a quick service, put it all back together, job done. And that's customer service, boys and girls. And ever since then, I've been loyal to Jordan, been a huge fan of Jordan. He's installed a fair few systems for us over the years. And yeah, so shout out to Jordan, hi to Nikki and all the crew down at Waterworks. Dying to see the new Power Up HD. This is the new, is plastic the right word, but this is the new reel he's brought out that can be configured in all kinds of variations, etc. but he bought it out whilst I've been stuck here on lockdown, so I've not actually yet got my hands on one. However, a couple of window cleaners I know certainly have, and they're loving it. Chris down at Swash Window Cleaning in Essex, he's got them in his van. Absolutely loves them, so shout out to Chris, hope you keep him well. And yeah, last but not least, on gadgets, let's get down to gadget. No, it's not going to be last but least, it's going to be, sorry, I thought that was somebody beeping for me, but it's not. Gadgets, let's get on to gadgets. That little, what the hell's it called? Brain fart time, boys and girls. Oh dearie. Those little valves, can't remember what the hell it is. Those little valves go in your pole, you pull your hose on, you pull your hose off, and it controls the flow. Shouldn't be saying pull your hose on, pull your hose off, and it controls the flow. You know what I mean. Tell me what it's called in the comments below. Totally forgot. Brilliant invention, absolutely brilliant. Got them in all the poles we've got, absolutely love them. Now on to last but not least. The software that we use to run our operation is called Cleaner Planner. That's the app we use. The reason being, there's other choices out there. Some of them are dated and just not my cup of tea at all. They're not updated often enough. Other ones that are updated every 5 seconds just don't seem to work. We did switch to a certain company for a while who have a cloud-based system. But the problem with that is if you end up in an area with no internet, or you end up, or they end up having downtime for updates or whatever, etc., you can't access, or at least you couldn't access, your customer list back when we gave them a try. Cleaner Planner, it's very simple. You can do all your jobs on your computer, get them all set up in the afternoon, the evening, whatever. Click a button, they sync to your phone. Then whilst you're on your rounds, you just put all the information in your phone as you go, job done, happy days, etc., job skipped, etc. Then when you in range of internet, click upload, and that will sync it up to the Cleaner Planner, happy days. The Cleaner Planner has always just worked. It integrates with the Go Cardless, it integrates with the Text Local and everything else. It just works, pure and simple. It's not the cheapest by a long stretch, but I'd rather pay for something that just does what it says on the damn can, as opposed to pay less, but have frequent headaches and run-ins with the developers. So anyway, I hope you find this helpful, boys and girls. We'll have a quick recap. I'll link everybody up in the description down below. We use Cleaner Planner for our software. I love those little gadgets you get, those stop valves, whatever the hell they're called. It's going to hit me like a ton of bricks in a second. I'll stop this video. Cleaning Warehouse, the Cleaning Warehouse, Willenhall, Wolverhampton. Waterworks, Jordan down in Corby, and of course Alex Gardiner's Poles. So is it just Gardiner's or Gardiner's Poles or Gardiner's? I don't know what the actual title is. I'll Google it and post a link down below. But we use those guys because they don't let you down. That's straightforward. Anyway, comments, guys, bang them in the box below. Thumbs up, thumbs down, all that good jazzy yazzy yazza. And oh, yazzy yazzy yaz. There you go. Way Up SEO. W-A-Y-W-E-Y. I'll link it down below once again. Yaz at Way Up. Shout out to my mate Yaz. Yaz puts together websites. He's done several for window cleaners. He's done ours. Check out ours if you like the look of it. Give him a call, give him a holler, give him a call. Very fast turnaround, very reliable, very affordable, boys and girls. And he'll also help you out with your SEO and stuff like that. So almost forgot. Very sorry, Yaz, didn't mean to forget you there. So I'll link everybody up in the description down below. And once again, comments down below, thumbs up, thumbs down, all that jazz. And that's me. It is now a balmy 10 to 6 a.m. down here in the Philippines. So time to get on with some work for the day. You all take care, stay safe. Hope to see you all soon. Ciao for now.